Hey there, I am back with another deck review, and today we're going to be looking at Halloween Tales from Good Pals. Irish folklore tells of a mischievous trickster nicknamed Stingy Jack who made it his life's mission to cheat the devil in a series of pranks. But when he died, he found himself denied entry to both heaven and hell and was instead cursed to roam the earth for eternity with nothing more than a burning coal for light. Jack carved out a turnip and placed the ember inside, making it into a lantern to light his way. Irish locals began to refer to the wayward Jack as Jack of the Lantern and took on the practice of carving their own turnips with scary faces to ward off Jack and the other evil spirits who might be wandering in the night. It's a tradition that eventually evolved into the jack-o'-lanterns that we know and love today. Now, Halloween is filled with all sorts of stories and tales like that, both old and new, and it's a love for the spooky season that inspired the latest Good Pals deck, Halloween Tales. For this one, CardInn worked with designer 47 Kills to produce a deck that captures the fun of every sugar-loving kid's favorite holiday. So let's see how it turned out. And if you like the deck here, you can get them over at the CardInn. In fact, they've been kind enough to offer a 20% off coupon to you guys that's good not just on this deck, but on any of their Halloween line, including gilded decks, t-shirts, prints, and more. So if you like this deck, go check them out, and don't forget to use the code Halloween20 to get your 20% off. But first, let's check the deck out. All right, starting with the tuck box. It's done on a standard glossy finish tuck box, no fancy foils or embossing or anything, but it does feature some really fun, vibrant artwork. The scene on the front, of course, a Halloween town. You get the dark buildings in the background, and of course, those classic jack-o'-lanterns front and center. One of them with a crown, one of them with the witch's hat. The brand of the deck up here in the sky, up with the full moon, Good Pals. And then at the bottom, you get the name of the deck written across the tombstones with Halloween Tales Volume 1. Love the colors that are used on this one. The purples, oranges, blues, and yellows really help to give kind of a vibrant scene that really captures the Halloween feel really nicely. On the sides, flanked by a couple more jack-o'-lanterns, you get created by CardInn and Good Pals Halloween Tales. Bottom has your ad copy, of course, for the CardInn, mentions 47 Kills, the designer, and USPCC, who printed the deck. And at the top, a few more kind of iconography from Halloween with the spider webs, the bats, even the spooky faces and candy down there. The back design here is featured as the back of the tuck box. Nice, vibrant colors in this one, but we'll look more at those details in a second. And then it finishes out with the rectangular orange seal here. Of course, with the pair of jack-o'-lanterns, kind of the mascot of the deck. Mentions this is the standard edition and gives you the numbering out of the just 600 deck run. You open up the inner flaps, just plain black, and then a couple of spiders on the smaller flaps inside. So fun tuck box overall, nothing too overtly fancy, but some really cool, bright, vibrant artwork that gives you a sense of what's in store as we get to the deck. Speaking of, here is the back design of the cards. And again, really fun, vibrant artwork. Lots of color on this one. Definitely hitting on that Halloween season with the purples and greens in particular. Lots of orange as well. And you get this sort of central frame here, the one-way part of the back design of the cards. You get the scene with the pair of jack-o'-lanterns there, the full moon at the top, and then the graveyard down there at the bottom with the leaves blowing in the wind. And then surrounding that, you get every manner of Halloween decoration that you can possibly imagine. You get the witch with her cauldron, the ghosts, the coffins, all sorts of fun little details all the way around. Lots going on in this one, but I think it comes together really nicely, and the color scheme kind of helps to bring everything together. In particular, really like the pops of green from the witch up there at the top and the bottom. So like I said, mostly a two-way back design. So the entire outside two-way back design. The central frame in here, unfortunately, a one-way bit to the back design. I tend to prefer two-way back designs, but I love that it's at least contained to the center here, so it's nothing too distracting. But anyway, it finishes out with that thin white poker border for what I think is, again, just kind of a fun feel to the back design. All right, but now on to the faces, and we'll start off with the Jokers, and they do on this one of my favorite things by providing us with the Diptych Joker. There you go, it goes this way. Diptych Joker gives you kind of a full 2-panel scene where we're introduced to the entire cast of characters who we're going to see featured later as we get to the court cards. Fun look at all of them, and you get a whole variety of them running through the road into the center of town, the town serving as the backdrop, and just a fun little variety of characters, everything from the skeletons, you get the jack-o'-lanterns, the scarecrows, even Medusa and the Grim Reaper making an appearance. Fun, again, kind of great use of color all the way through in these Diptych Jokers. Really love the canvas that the Diptych Joker gives you, and they use it really nicely on the Halloween Tales deck here. You also get I guess I'll call this an ad card. I guess you could use this as a third Joker if you want, but you get the Good Pals Halloween Tales ticket here. Admit one, and then the kind of scene over here with a couple more faces of some of the characters from the courts with the mummy and the spider. Really love the orange and black striped background. Again, hitting on that Halloween really nicely with that, and just giving a nice pop of color to this one. You also get a duplicate Queen of Spades, and our first look at what we're going to see with the court style in this one. This one inspired by Dia de los Muertos. Of course, you can see there with the skeletal face painted on the queen there. Really love the look of this one, but look more at the court style as we get into the main court cards. But nice to get a duplicate Queen of Spades. And this one is, by the way, completely different artwork from the Queen of Spades artwork that we're going to see on the main card. All right. On to the main deck here, and we start off with the 4 aces. So no one power ace. Each one of them features the enlarged pip and has a nice little Halloween flair to each one of them. Definitely has a hand-drawn art style and really kind of fun looks to them overall. So the spade here features the Halloween scene, but kind of embedded in a way that makes this look a little bit like a skull there as the spade pip as well. Done in kind of the cream and the black colors, and then a fun sort of hand-drawn style to the pip and index there in the corner as well. The diamond has the spider in the middle of its web. There's the club with a mixture of bones and candy just sort of scattered around the club pip. And finally, the heart with our jack-o'-lantern friends there in the middle of town. So I guess if there's any one that would be the power ace, I guess it would be the ace of hearts, if anything. But all 4 of them do feature that kind of same large pip. All right, number cards in this one are fully custom as well. It is a full custom deck. I always love to see that. So the spade pips are transformed into little skulls here. And then as you go to the diamonds, which are orange instead of your classic red, you get the spider web, mirroring what we saw on the ace of diamonds. The clubs here, not sure what these are meant to be, eyeballs or something like that. I think they're eyeballs as the 3 sides of the club pip. And then finally are the hearts with, of course, the classic jack-o'-lantern face in the center. Really like the use of the orange for the hearts and the diamonds. And then we get into the court cards. And we saw a preview of the style with the duplicate card, but here are the main courts. And I love the style of these. I love the variety on them as well. Each one of them features a different sort of classic Halloween character of some sort. And great use of colors on this one. Not over the top, but giving you some nice vibrant hits for a little bit of fun as well. So you get the skeleton climbing his way out of the grave there as the Jack of Spades. There's our Dia de los Muertos inspired Queen of Spades. Love this card. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. This is just a really beautiful card all the way around. There's the Grim Reaper as the King of Spades. I think my only knock on this one, I wish I had a little bit more in the background, but always cool to see the Grim Reaper. It's a classic one for the Halloween theme. And then you get this, I'm going to call this some sort of zombie monster or something like that as the Jack of Diamonds. There's Medusa as the Queen of Diamonds, another one of my favorite cards. Love the just the motion and all this one, the snake slithering, the dress whipping around her there in the wind. Just a really cool look to the Queen of Diamonds. King of Diamonds, there's kind of a goofy one with the spider trick-or-treating with his suit on. Jack of Clubs, another goofy one with the googly-eyed mummy there. There's your Queen of Clubs, the witch, very clearly inspired by Snow White there with the apple in hand. There's the zombie as the King of Clubs with his sloshing little bucket of poison there. Of course, your classic Scarecrow there as the Jack of Hearts. And then the pumpkin there, or pumpkin witch, I guess, for the Queen of Hearts. Another kind of fun one. Lots of color on this one, the greens, the yellows, and purples. And finally, the King of Hearts with your classic Dracula look there with that beautiful red jacket. Really fun set of courts. I love the style on all of them. And like I said, with that cartoony style, I think it just fits so well with everything else in the deck. Overall, just a really fun deck, and yet still one that's nice and functional enough if you wanted to use it for gameplay. And by the way, for the handling on this one, they're done by USPCC, so if you felt like bicycle decks, this is not going to be too dissimilar. Definitely a nice handling deck, and nothing that's going to be out of the ordinary or a problem with the handling on this one. But anyway, that is it. That is the look at the Good Pals Halloween Tales deck. Really fun one overall. And like I said, if you like the deck, make sure to go check them out at the CardInn. And don't forget to use that coupon code Halloween20 to get your 20% off. Big thanks to Good Pals and to the CardInn for sharing this one with me. And really excited to get a chance to look at it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. And make sure to subscribe for more deck reviews, more unboxings. Let me know what else you want to see. And I'll see you for the next one.